Howdy everyone, my name's Corey with Art's Really Cool. Today is the 19th video of Painting's Really Cool. So today we're going to talk about something I enjoy, so not a person, I'm just kidding. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you may have heard or seen me say that Easter's my favorite holiday. It's not because of the candy, and I mean, I do love the candy, but that's not the reason. It's the Easter egg hunt. I just love that. I love hiding things and finding things. I always enjoyed it, and when I was younger, once I got to a certain age, I'd ask my parents to rehide. Really, I would mildly throw a temper tantrum to get them to rehide the eggs so I could find them again after we all found them the first time. And then I got to the stage where I started liking hiding things more than I liked finding. I still like both sides, but I do appreciate hiding more. One of the first times, so I did it for my parents a couple times, but one of the first times I did something, the scavenger hunt, was for a friend's birthday present. I coordinated with her mom and went to her house and had made all these clues and hid one, and then when you got to the answer of that clue, you went from that clue gave you another direction. So you had I think there was 5 or 6 stops along the way, and there was a little present at every stop, and I just thought that was super fun. She had different opinions, but I still think it was fun. As I've gotten older, I've also enjoyed doing that with other friends, and now I'm obsessed with doing it with Adrian. I buy these either candies that he really loves.
Kinder eggs.
We're not sponsored, but Kinder, if you want to sponsor. Or these figurines and things, and I just hide them in the most random places throughout the house, and then I come up with this, what I think is a pretty fun rhyme. Well, they rhyme, but they're riddles. For him to try and find it, and it's so much fun to watch him try to figure it out and think, what could he mean by this word? And because it's most everything in the riddle is a clue of some way. So it'll say, something very simple like don't look down. Well, okay, and that's clearly saying that it should be eye level or above, right? So those types of things. Or you have to reach, means obviously you're not going to be able to get it without stretching out to get it. I just enjoy watching him process them. So been doing that. I think I currently have 15 things hidden in the house that he hasn't even accidentally stumbled upon them, so they're clearly good hiding spots. I have to have them all written down or I would not remember where they were. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to try to do something that is like making something show up out of nothing. And what I mean by that is I'm going to have a 20 by 20 canvas and this big giant thing. And I'm going to put a base of metallic black, and then I'm going to put some of these colors. So I've got metals. Well, this is a light magenta, but I like the look of it. But I've got the metals, and then I've got a silver, and then I've got these, what are those called again?
Color shift.
Color shift, thank you. I've got these color shift. These are going to be 2 separate spots. So I'm going to have one up here and one down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them. Then I plan to cover them with metallic white, which has Australian Floetrol in it. And then I'll make it disappear essentially. So that you'll see the black base, but only the white Floetrol, white metallic paint. And then I'm going to just swipe from there. And if, as I believe it will do, if this works right, that was a weird phrasing of the sentence, but if this works right, what will happen is the colors will slowly appear as I drag along. Fingers crossed that does that. And then my plan is to take this part right here where I drug from first, and then do a Dutch pour blowout, because then again more colors will show up as it goes out, and it kind of will be like finding these hidden colors, like going on a scavenger hunt to find them. And then to really stretch this theme, well, I'll be stretching it, but they're going to be reminiscent of a shooting star, especially of that one, if you're of the age of 30 or more, I think you know this, but that old rainbow star thing that went and then said, the more you know. So I'm going to have a shooting star looking thing here and a shooting star looking thing here, because how do you find your way in the outside place? The northern star. Okay, so you have any questions? No? Okay, well then the magic of editing. You can standing. Alright, so let's get started. I've got more metallic black in like a bigger tub. I was hoping to be able to use these instead and it'd be enough. I'm questioning, and this is Artist Loft Metallic Black mixed with Floetrol, gloss pouring medium, and that's it. So let's get it out here. Alright, I'm going to use the hair dryer to spread it out. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Looks like that was about perfect. I'm going to torch it to get rid of the air bubbles. They're called air bubbles. Alright, so let's figure out our comp position. So I want the metallics plus the magenta up top. And I'm going to mix metallic white in between to hopefully bring out a little bit more contrast and color pop. May just make things gray, I don't know, but we'll see. So if you also watched our earlier videos, you will have remembered, or you will have known something we said we were going to do that we never did, which was to hide this little guy randomly throughout the background. But then it became very apparent very quickly there's not a lot of places to hide it, so we just kind of left it alone. But even that, I was like, oh, that'd be super fun, we can hide this, and then it'll be something like a little Easter egg, and yeah, it went to the wayside. But like in everything I do, I didn't put white. I try to figure out some kind of way to incorporate hiding and door seeking. I used to love it. Oh, I used to play, which now I'm giving away one of the stories I was going to tell for another. I wrote down a whole bunch of stories, guys. I've got all of these stories ready, all these memories and stuff, got them ready. But I'm going to steal one from a different one. I used to play hide and seek with our dog. That just makes me sound sad. But he would love to, he wasn't good at hiding. He would very, very occasionally do it, but for the most part, he just wanted to find, dogs they seek. I would hide, oftentimes I would hide in the same place just because it would fool him almost every time. If he couldn't find me, he would cheat and he would then just bark, because that was his way of saying, oh, I found you, barking. But sometimes he didn't know where I was, and so he would just cheat and just bark, hoping that I'd come out. Like, it was very funny. But even with the pet, I tried to do hiding and seeking and stuff. I need a little bit more blue because there's not a lot. I'm gonna drizzle some silver. All right, so now I want to put this white on top, but I don't want to just pour it because it'll sink in, and I want it to sit on top. So I'm going to try, see if this works, to pour it on here and have it slowly run off, and see if this does what I hope it will do, because I can get closer with this. And just like when you hide stuff in real life, sometimes you perfectly hide it and you can't see it at all, but oftentimes you have like a little something peeking, or, once you get close, you can tell that something's hidden there. So that's why I'm okay with the fact that it's not perfectly covered. This is such a big blob of paint. Let's do the next part, which was to swipe it. All right, so let's start from here and let's see if this does what I want it to do. So I'm getting some lacing, hoping that more will show, but I'm guessing the green is going to show up when I do the blowout part. I'm not loving this, but let's try to swipe out again and see what happens. Can't hurt to try, right? Got a little bit more green, but very little. So the green seems to have been lost for the most part. I'm trying to blow down into the paint to create more cells, but also to try and bring the green up a little bit. You kind of see that that's happened, but it's really getting lost. Let me stretch it. I'm gonna stretch it. Finding out where the paint kind of is sitting, it's kind of in the middle, so I'm just gonna stretch it this way for now. All right, let's do this with the purple flash. My whole concept doesn't really work, so now I'm just going to swipe with Floetrol. It doesn't work like I want it to. Stretch this out. It's a chaotic fever dream. I purposely did the green on the top there because it got so long. Sure, it's kind of popping up randomly down here now. Not thrilled with it, but I'm hoping it'll dry cool because both of these color palettes are made up of things that dry really cool, like color shift and metallics. Okay, so after your 30-second dance break, come back and you can see the dried results. That's Adrian doing a dance break. Nobody said he was good at it. Alright, so here's the wet version up close. It's got its pluses, it's got its minuses. I like this because it's chaotic. I like the different colors. I really love how the green is popping up in all these cells. I wish it was more prevalent, but I do love the little bit, and you can find it in the lacing throughout here, like this little section right here is super green in my opinion. And then you come over to this calmer, like more, makes me think of like nebulous, and it comes out and this is clean lacing. It's, as Adrian keeps saying, it kind of looks like maybe two dancing jellyfish or something of that nature. So I'm not 100% sold on the wet version yet, but I'm really excited to see what it dries like. Alrighty, so here is the dried result of my shooting star scavenger hunt surprise thing. What I like here in this corner is how shimmery it is. Look at that, you can kind of see it. But all of this silver just pops and says, hello, here I am. And I like how kind of just chaotic it is. Like, it's just kind of like this video. It's just a little chaotic. And then you get up here to the more ethereal looking one, which is super pretty. I love the colors. I love the little wisps of purple and what that come through here, whatnot. And then you get over here, you've got some of those small cell actions. And then you come over here to that lacing from the swipe, and it drags that green, you can see it like through, or teal or whatever, through, and kind of nicely comes off to the side. It really does look like the tail of a shooting star. So overall, the technique didn't work quite as well as I was hoping, but the outcome I think is nice enough. So let me know what you think in the comments. Bye. Adrian, guess what?
Chicken butt. No, seriously. What?
Our website's live. Go to archreallycool.com.
Yeah, you're lying. Let me check. Oh, you weren't lying.